Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. I am Jim Hacking, and I am coming to you live from San Diego, California. I am here man, my hair looks crazy. I'm here for Social Media Marketing World. Hope you all are doing well. Taking a little break in between sessions to come live to you today. I'm sort of have a busy week, so I got to sort of pick and choose my time. So our show times might be a little bit off. Maybe I should put my hood on so I look like a Jedi. How's that? I'm the Immigration Jedi. Oh, maybe I should grab that domain name. Hope you all are doing well. Let me know where you're watching from. Josephine's in Boston. Rocio's watching, of course, in Columbus. Um, yeah, Odo's here a little early. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Let's post the link in the chat. I had a great dinner with my son yesterday. So I have 4 kids, and 2 of them are away at school. One's at the University of Virginia. One is in here in San Diego. So I got to see all 4 of my kids yesterday, which doesn't happen all that often. Yes, Nathan is right. These are not the tweets you're looking for. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I love it. I love it. Gotta love the Star Wars references. Keep them coming. Keep those Star Wars references coming, and let me know which Star Wars movie you think is the best. There's only one right answer, of course, but I'm not going to tell you that right now. Everybody gets one guess, and whoever guesses the right one first, I will send something cool. If you send me a text. But Elvis is in San Diego. He's stuck at work. Well, I'm at Social Media Marketing World, so I'm learning about YouTube. I'm learning about Facebook. I'm learning about Twitter, and I'm even learning about TikTok. And Nora will be happy about that. We are over 8,000 Twitter followers on TikTok, so that's sort of fun. Kofi, my friend, good to see you. Always good to see you. No, Nathan, there's no Jar Jar Binks allowed at Social Media Marketing World or even in the state of California. Yeah, come on into the waiting room. We'll start taking some questions in a minute. Love to see everybody watching. We got Savannah, Georgia in the house, Chicago, Delaware, Colorado Springs, Sheldon, of course. I'm going to go probably for most of the hour. I got another show another session at 3 that I can go see. It's fun being on the West Coast time. I got up this early this morning, had a bunch of meetings. We do our firm leadership meeting every Monday, and then I came down here to the convention center. I'll be here for 3 days, and then I'll be doing some other work. So I'm actually in California for a while. Hope you all are doing well. We're going to get this party started. We're going to talk to Muslima and then to Dan. Hi, Muslima.
Hi. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I think you're kind of windy.
Oh, is it windy? Is the wind bothering you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just have a quick question. I got a green card. I'm a green card holder for 10 years. A green card for 10 years
Yeah.
from Special Immigrant Juvenile, true Special Immigrant Juvenile, SITch, and since last year. So now this year I did want to take my kids back home where I'm from in Guyana on vacation. Can I travel?
You have a green card?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Hello?
Sorry, hold on again. Hold on. My audio is acting a little strange. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, I was switching over the audio. Is it less windy now, I hope?
It's kind of windy, but if you can hear me,
Is it?
it's
Okay.
okay.
I'll zip it up a little bit. Maybe that'll. Yeah, I can hear you. So you have a green card that you got through Special Immigrant Juvenile.
SITch, yeah.
Do you have a passport?
I can hear you. If I have a passport, yes.
Yeah, so you should be able to travel. Why wouldn't you be able to travel with a green card?
Okay, because I was thinking due to my case, because I applied, like I said, for Special Immigrant Juvenile, and because my parents abandoned me, and I could not on my application. Well, when I filed, I put that I cannot return because I was this happened like since I was 17. I'm now 23, like 2016 time, 2017.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're worried, like asylum seekers, whether it's safe for you to go back to your home country.
Would it be a problem?
Yeah, it could be. Until you get your citizenship, that could be a problem. Yep.
Oh, okay. Even with the special immigrant juvenile.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, until you swore that there was going to be a problem for you if you go back home,
Right.
and
But you see,
now
I'm
if you
not
go,
going to them. I'm just going to, like I said, take my kids to see my country, whatever.
yeah. So if you want me to tell you what I think, the safest thing for you to do would be to wait until you get your citizenship. But if you leave now, if you go now, it could increase more of a problem. Yes.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Muslima. All right. Sounds like everybody's having trouble with my audio. Let's see if Dan, can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, perfect.
Awesome. Good. 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 What can I help you with?
Yeah, so I have my L2 status and applied for I-485 in October 2021. I've
Okay.
been married 3 years, 2 U.S.-born kids, and wife is considering separation and divorce. She wants to move out. What's the implication to my I-485 application? Sure. My permanent residency if she moves forward and proceeds with the divorce paperwork. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you now. Oh,
Sorry, I muted
there,
it because of the wind. I gotcha.
there we go.
So Dan, people like you are in a really vulnerable position, as I think you're already figuring out. She has a
Mhm.
ton of control over your immigration status. So I think that in order to give you good advice, I'd want to see everything and look at the timeline. But just generally, she pretty much has most of the power here, and I think that it's going to be hard for you if she does file for divorce to be able to stay.
Okay, because I just started a new job, and her firm's handling the paperwork. So
Yeah. Do you have? But do
we
you have
applied
copies of
back in
everything?
October, so I was hoping to get it soon, but it could be up until the October by then.
It could even, yeah, it could even be up to next year, like early next year. That wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, I think she has. This is one of those situations. Like a lot of times, we'll have people who are here on an H4, and their H1B visa holding spouse wants to divorce them, and there's not a lot that we can do from an immigration standpoint. I mean, we could try to explore other avenues for immigration for you, but I don't want to tell you that for sure it's not going to work because I'd want to research it before I gave you that final answer. It's sort of hard for me to say for sure on here without researching whether the fact that if like let's say hypothetically that the divorce could take 2 years, right? So if the divorce could take 2 years, if you fight it and the divorce takes a long time, could the green card still be approved? I think maybe, but again, that's something that I would want to research it.
Okay. Yeah, because it seems like she wants to have a mediator, and I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
well, if I'm you, I slow walk everything.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, again, Dan, this is just my knee-jerk reaction. This is not any kind of real legal advice. I'd need to see everything and talk it through with you and figuring
Sure.
out what all of our options were. But generally, it seems to me that right now she has a lot of the leverage, and your probably best leverage is the fact that a divorce can take 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
wouldn't agree to early mediation. I would talk to I'd talk to a divorce lawyer and all
Mm-hmm.
that, and slow walk it.
Okay. Okay, that's great.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you.
All right. That was some bad news from old Dan. That's not something you like to hear. Let's say hi to Elmo. Hi, Elmo.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm a big fan. I'm a
Thanks.
California spouse, and I have a question regarding DMV and my driver's license.
Okay.
I
Go
entered
for
the
it.
country with the K1 visa. We have applied for my I-485, and we would really like to get me driving. But as far as I've looked into the options, I'm not eligible for immigration driver's license because that would need for me to be status
Yeah, that's generally true. You'd have to be in status. You have to have your EAD. Most states won't give you a driver's license until you get that. But I mean, I don't get that
Is
involved
there
with.
anything I can do to get my driver's license before my I-485 goes through?
It depends on the state, but
I'm in
generally,
California.
yeah, you can check with them. I mean, undocumented people in California can get driver's licenses. So I think that you should push the envelope and maybe visit a couple of offices and tell them what's going on and see what they can do for you. Oh man, I don't have good reception. Did you hear what I said, Elmo?
I got the start of it. Can you say it again, please?
Yeah, I was saying that, California is pretty good about giving out driver's licenses to people. So I would visit a couple different offices and see what they're willing to do for you.
So DMV site says that there's the AB60 immigration driver's license that you can apply for, but that would require me to sign a document saying that I'm in the country illegally. Do you think it's still something I should pursue?
So again, I can't give advice about the driver's license. I'm not licensed in California. I don't know how driver's licenses work. What I'm saying is that I think if you visited a couple of offices and asked for help, that somebody would be nice and would help you.
That sounds very good. And that will be DMV?
Yeah, and also Sheldon points out some states let you use the receipt notice. So the fact that you got the receipt notice back on the 765 might be enough.
Very good. This is very good information.
I hope it works, Elmo.
Thank you so much, Jim. Be good.
Bye, buddy. See you. Peace. All right, Ozzy's here. Hi, Azzy.
Hey, Jim. How you been?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Long time. So probably I've been to your show a couple of times. So I just have a quick question. So I want to make sure I make it quick. So
Go for it.
So initially, I applied for I-130 for my wife, but the political situation changed, and she ended up making it to U.S. through asylum case, because what happens in the home country, in Afghanistan, basically. So basically, she made it to U.S., but somehow they gave her a different status. So I'm wondering what's the process, or what process should I follow to get her a green card? Is that do I have to refile I-130, or what's the process for that?
What does she have right now?
I mean, it seems like it's just like they re-interview her while she was in the process, and I don't know exactly, but it seems like it's they assign her to an asylum case.
Does she have? Okay, but she's inside the United States.
Yeah, she's gonna make it. Yeah, here.
No, but right now she's not physically inside the United States. Or
She's
she
not,
is?
but as far as I know, probably that's what is gonna happen. So eventually, she's gonna make it here through a different. It seems like it's gonna be an asylum case, but I don't know exactly. But it seems like it's gonna be asylum, and I was wondering, like, what process should I follow? Like, once she made it here, because I already paid for the I-130, so she was pending for her interview, and it just all suddenly things changed, and she ended up, to follow a different process. So, is there a way or something that I could follow to get her a green card, or it's kind of like a big
You're not giving me a lot to work.
question.
Ozzy, you're not giving me a lot to work with, because you're not even sure what her status is. Where is she physically in the world right now?
Right now she is in Pakistan, and it seems like she's going to make it to a third country, and then from that third country she's going to be processed to basically to get here in US.
Okay.
But there are two cases usually they get it. One is I think it's called parole.
Yeah.
They gave her
So
like
she
a
gets
temporary status.
Humanitarian parole. So she gets paroled in.
Yeah.
Then what would happen is, has the I-130 already? The I-130 was already approved because she was getting ready to go to the
It was
embassy for an
approved.
interview?
Yeah, everything was done, and she was almost. She was about to get her interview done, and all suddenly things changed, and
Right. So if she gets paroled into the United States,
Mhm.
then at that point, you can file an I-485 and adjust her status and get her a green card here in the United States. That's most likely what's going to happen.
Oh, okay. So basically, one way or another, I can still go back and file to get her a green card. So that's.
But not until she's admitted into the United States.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I think that's all I had for today. Thank you very much.
You got it. All right, we're gonna get hit to Vadim in a minute, but I want to cover a couple things. Kenton wants to know what happened to the I-751 video. Well, so here's the issue with that, Kenton. The video is done. I did my part. I finished it on Saturday. My son is the editor, and for some reason he posted half the video. He couldn't get it all to upload. It's going to post on Wednesday, assuming he cleans it up. So that wasn't the right video. That was like a draft that shouldn't have posted. So it'll be up on Wednesday most likely. And I might say I think it's pretty good. All right, let's start. And then Castriot had a question. How are you suggesting able to file a lawsuit for a delayed case that is technically still within normal processing time? So as everybody knows, oh my God, my hair, I got to put my hood back on. I need a baseball hat. As everybody knows, I don't put any stock in what they say as far as processing time. So I'm not bound by them. Now, they have started in a few cases, mostly fiance cases, to argue that the processing times sort of govern. But there's case law that says that an agency can't just keep pushing back the processing times like USCIS is doing. And in other words, they don't get to decide. It's up to the judge to decide whether or not it's reasonable. So I don't think delays of 2 or 3 years are reasonable. So I, in good faith, can file that lawsuit. Then the question is whether the judge agrees with me or the government. But that's Castriot. That's how we do it. All right, let's see what Vadim has to say. Hey, Vadim.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great, brother. How you doing?
You just answered my question about the video. My second question is about the removal conditions for my wife.
Okay, great. Yeah,
We
sure.
submitted the case on February 8th. She's got fingerprinted on March 9th. The case status says it's actively being reviewed. The question is, when is she getting the letter saying that her lawful permanent status has been extended for 24 months?
She didn't get the automatic letter?
She got 2 letters. First was the receipt notice saying that
Yeah.
she paid the fee and the biometrics.
Yeah.
The second letter says, oh, the second letter was the biometric appointment itself.
So I honestly haven't looked at a 751 receipt notice lately, but I think that's what we're talking about. It doesn't say in there that it's automatically extended. That should come first. That
That's
should come
not to say it's
before
been
biometric.
automatically extended, and none of those states the extension, but I assume that would imply that it's been extended.
No, it usually says, like, it comes on that nice green paper that looks like official immigration paper, and it says this is it's sort of a different font. It's sort of a fatter font, and it says this is an automatic extension of 24 months for your lawful permanent resident status. That letter might have got lost in the mail. They wouldn't have said it for biometrics if that letter always comes first. Can you download, or can you get onto the online part and see if it's in there?
I'm in there right now, and as far as documents, it does not say that any letters have been sent. So
well, if you want to email me the stuff that you got, I'm happy to look it over and email you right back. I'll just show it to the team and ask them.
okay, I know exactly which kind of fancy paper you're talking about. That's a green paper with a watermark. We only got 2 white regular papers, and none of them says the extension.
You might need to call them and ask them.
How do I get a hold of a person?
You can. If you call early enough and often enough, you'll get them.
Okay. And now the question is that by looking at the receipt number that starts with IOE, how can I tell which service center that it belongs to?
It doesn't matter. It's going to be 2 years no matter what.
Oh, okay. So she's going to get stuck for 2 years with that pending?
Yeah. I mean, they haven't started speeding those up. So, I mean, about 6 months ago, they started making the extension letters 24 months instead of 18 months. So it's always been sort of delayed. So it's just going to be, she's just going to travel with that old green card and the extension letter.
The last question I have about applying for citizenship while I-751 is pending. Is that a good idea?
Yeah. So I'm telling people don't do that unless there's some kind of unless there's some kind of reason why, like you need to sponsor your parents to get over here as fast as possible. That'd be one reason I'd file early. But they've so screwed it up. We've had all these cases where people file the 751, then a year later they file the N400 before the 751 is approved, and then you show up for the interview and they're like, "Are we here for the 751? Are we here for the N400? Are we here for both?" And the officer doesn't know, and they're all confused. So what we're telling people is, if you can afford to wait until the 751 is done, then file for the N400.
I got you. So it's going to equal out to 5 years, no matter what. 2 years of condition, 2 years of pending, and 1 more year for citizenship.
Probably,
Sort of.
maybe 4. Yeah,
Gotcha. I'm still waiting for the video. Thank you so much, Dim. You have a good day.
it's coming. You got it, buddy. Bye, Vadim. See you, buddy. All right, we'll go to Kamaluddin, then we'll go to Yusuf. Kamaluddin, how
Thanks,
you doing?
Jim. Very good, sir. How are you? Glad to
I'm
see
good.
you
What's
again.
going on? Do you have news for me?
So I did get a call from Christina, I believe. I don't remember whether that was Christina, her name was, or Christine. Anyway, spoke to her,
Christina.
and she told me to wait a little bit. And she told me to call USCIS, but as I said, whenever you call them, you don't usually hear anything. It's just I feel like, they see the same information that I see. Anyways, long story short, I called them and she told me you are in a normal processing time for your type of a case. So it's 32 and a half months. I'm about to reach that mark. And I also asked her about that extension, which expires on July 7th. And she said you can renew that 60 days prior to expiration, right? And the main question that I have that's kind of bugging me is I do want to travel once I get that extension, right, for 1 year. This is going to be my second time getting that extension if I don't receive it automatically. And considering that I had an interview on December 7th and I haven't gotten a response from USCIS, can I travel outside of the country? And what happens while I'm outside and the decision has been made on USCIS's part that the case is either denied or whatever category they have? Is there any chance of not getting back into the country?
Yes, there's a chance of not getting back in the country. It's a small chance, but it's one of these things. So I tell clients all the time, this is one of those situations where the chance of a problem is very small, but the effects of the problem are very big, right? So, my vote is, if I were you, what I would do, if you really want to travel, I'd sue them, try to get a decision, and then if it gets approved, then travel. That's what I would do.
Well, I spoke to Juan about it. He also followed up with a call on Thursday, and I told him that my main concern is kind of not just a concern, but it's just I'm being cheap. I don't want to blow. I don't want to call it a blow or disrespect the work of the job that you guys do. I really think it's amazing, but that's my whole point. I'd rather spend that money on my son's birthday, which is coming up, and that is the reason I want to go there. So you were saying not to. There is a possibility, basically, but to travel or not, that's on my own discretion, right?
I mean, let's just put it like this way. What if it's a 1% chance, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say it takes you 3 years to get back in the United States.
Holy shit!
That's your decision, not my decision, right?
That's crazy.
So that's
right.
I mean, I think even if you had advanced parole and you left the United States, there's actually cases that say basically immigration can't screw you and not let you back in.
Mm-hmm.
But just because there's cases that say that doesn't mean they won't try it. And my job is to give you the worst case scenario and then let you make the best decision that you want to make. That's all I can do.
Okay. Otherwise, sue them if not being a cheap guy and get the decision. How long does that usually take, Jim? Not exactly, but approximately their response, their decision.
What field office?
Which field Seattle.
Office? Oh yeah, Seattle. They screwed around with us. So that was 4 months. 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. The last one I did. It was a same-sex couple, but but I know that they were right at the 2-year mark when it got approved.
Mm.
So, or when we sued them. So you're past that. So I'm not trying to talk you into anything. I'm here whenever you're ready. You
Yes.
know, you want to go overseas and come back, no problem. I'm not going anywhere. Whenever you're ready.
I travel at least, well, at the maximum twice a year, and traveled with that extension already twice for a
Yeah.
short period of time. You know, something inside you just tells you that, hey man, just take it easy, pray, and hope nothing worse
Yeah.
gonna happen to your case. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, I got it, Jim. If you don't mind, I got another question. That
Real
one
quick,
is actually,
I got a bunch of people waiting. Real quick.
please. DS260, Jim, filed all applications for my father, his wife, and 3 of his kids. They won a lottery,
Good.
diversity visa lottery, and I haven't heard anything from them yet. Should I give a try and email them, or that's not going to change anything when they're gonna?
Is it? I mean, the state. I have a friend. I have a friend named Curtis Morrison, great lawyer, good guy. He's been suing the shit out of the State Department for not properly processing this year's diversity visas. He's been suing them for the last 3 years. So I saw something on his feed that said, as of right now, so what are we in, March? They've only processed 3,000 of the 55,000 that are available. So
That's crazy.
it's illegal, actually, is what it is. So it's wonderful that your dad won, and you should probably get a hold of Curtis, and if you email me, I'll be happy to email you over to him. But it's a crime what they're doing. So I don't think it's going to work. They haven't used all the visas the last 2 years, and I think they're planning on doing the same thing this year. Now there's some pissed off judges in Washington D.C. who have been ruling against them every time they can, but for some reason Biden and those clowns in the State Department are still following Trump's policies for this. I honestly don't know why, but that's the truth, Ruth.
Yeah, I mean, politicians are full of shit, and we know that no matter what party is it. Thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate
You got
your
it, buddy.
time.
Bye,
Thank
Kamal.
you.
See you, buddy.
Well,
Good
see you.
luck. Kamal's one of our all-time favorite guests. You'll recall he's the one who cursed at his immigration interview, which we always got a big kick out of. Let's say hi to Yusuf. Boy, I'm using all my Cyrillic letters today. Reading my Cyrillic letters. It's been a while. I took Russian for 8 years in high school and college, but we got Yusuf Gulyev with us. Do I got it right? You're muted, I think, Yusuf. I can't hear you, brother. It's probably those headsets. Yeah. I'm going to come right back, Yusuf. I'll come back to you next. Okay, buddy? See if you can get the audio working. All right. Hi, Luis.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How you doing, buddy?
Excellent. Listen, I have a question for you. I'm a pilot, so I want to change my status, and the friends taking care about that. I am this in EV2 because they submit my paperwork in January 14, and I don't receive yet any answer.
What did they file? Just the I-140, or did they file for 45?
I-140, yeah, I-140.
And the 45, or just the I-140?
Just the I-140.
Okay, so what's the question? It's only been since January?
Well, I submitted in January 14, and some people say to me, the reason you don't receive any answer yet is due to my older daughter is going to be, she'll be 21 on January 19. So should I have to continue waiting, or I have to resend it again without my daughter?
An I-140 takes months and months. So January is only 2 months ago. That case is going to take 6 or 7 or 8 months.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I have to continue waiting then.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to give you that kind of advice over a call like this. If you want to talk about the immigration process and your daughter and how the I-140 works and how the 45 works, it sounds to me like you need to learn. Like they're not explaining things well to you. So if you want to email the office, we can have someone talk about it. But your daughter is most likely going to age out, or probably already did.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write it down.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yep. Bye, Luis. See you, buddy. All right. YT wants to know, do I mean Charles Cook? Yeah, Charles Cook and Curtis Morrison, the two of them together, are working on those cases. Chuck is great, one of my all-time favorites. I just think about Curtis. I mean, Chuck and they are both working it together. Curtis is the one that at least gives the best information. He'll whatever happens with the judges, that's how I follow what's going on in those lawsuits. So either one of them, and I can connect anybody with either of them. They're good guys. All right, let's say hi to Yusuf. Yusuf, you got your audio going? No, I can't hear you, buddy. Why don't you hang up and call back in? The waiting room's half empty, so there's plenty of space for you. Just hang up without your headsets on, or call me on your phone. All right. So, Adam, are you with us? Is Adam here?
Yes.
There
Hi,
he
Jim.
is.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Thank you. Jim, I want to tell you about my story very fast, very quick.
Okay, go for it.
And,
Yeah, we got time.
Okay. I came here on F1 visa in November 2016.
Okay.
Married January 2020. And divorced March 2021, but I didn't file for adjustment of status.
Okay.
Then I stopped going to school November 2020. And they married again on April 2021.
What's that all about? That seems sort of suspicious.
We filed on June 26th, and tomorrow I have my interview.
We got to get Adam ready for his interview. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me the date of the marriage to the person number one.
January 2020.
And date of divorce?
We filed in March 2020 about because of COVID, which we got. No, I'm sorry. We divorced in March 2021. I mean the final decision, March 2021.
And that spouse never filed for you, right?
We didn't file anything. We didn't do anything.
So this application that you have going right now, that's the only application that's ever been filed for you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So has your spouse been married before?
Current spouse?
Yeah.
No, never.
So you got divorced in March of 2021, and when did you get married to person number two?
April 2021.
Okay. All right. When did you stop living with person number one?
Maybe 3 months after getting married. The relationship didn't go along well.
So that person was like crazy, and you had to get out of there. Basically.
Actually, we didn't live together at all. We are just planning, but then COVID hit and everything is done. No, nothing.
Was that person a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Okay, and then tell me when you stopped going to school.
I came here in November 2016. I started that time. I came F1 visa.
When did you stop going to school? Sorry.
November 2020.
Okay, so married January 2020, March 2020, you never really move in together. Somebody files for divorce. November of 2020, you stop going to school. Divorce is finalized in March 2021, and you get married in April 2021, and then you file for a green card based off that marriage, and tomorrow's your interview.
Yeah.
What field office?
Manhattan.
Woo, the big time. Okay, all right, and you're bringing a lawyer, right?
Yes, we got the lawyer for the interview.
Okay, good. Well, what did the lawyer tell you as far as being prepared?
We have, as the lawyer said, we have good evidence. We have pictures, we have bank accounts together, we have pictures with the family. We have everything: bank accounts, the lease, the same ID. I mean the address.
Did you and wife number one ever talk about her filing for a green card for you?
Never.
You never even talked about it?
No.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. All right. So now here's what I say, Adam. To me, these kind of cases, always come down to the U.S. citizen. So tell me about your spouse. Are they a strong-willed person? Are they confident? Do they know why they're going to immigration tomorrow? Sometimes immigrants will bring their spouse to the interview, and the spouse doesn't even really know why they're there. Do they have a good sense as to what's going on?
Yeah, you can answer.
Yes.
My wife is here.
Yes, Jim, I do.
Okay. Let me.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Can we talk for just a second, sister?
Yes. Do I need to be on camera? I don't have
No,
my
no,
camera
no,
on.
no. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
So you're ready to go. You're ready to prove up this marriage and convince. I mean, is that a child there of the marriage right there?
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. That's good evidence. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'm not too worried, Adam. I mean, did you? I assume you didn't graduate, Adam.
No, I went to college, but it was expensive, so I went back to ESL school.
But you went to school for 3 years, right?
Yeah, I was in ESL school when I came, just English school.
Okay. And what?
Then
Did
I
you
went.
get any? Hold on.
Yeah.
I have this case right now. You might have heard me talk about it in DC or in Baltimore. Do you is it DC? Yeah, it's Virginia. Did you earn any certificates or quote unquote make any progress while taking your English as a second language courses?
Yeah, I have because I came first Michigan. I got one from there. Then I got one from a school here that announced bankrupt. Yeah, I got two. Yeah, or three. Yeah,
Actual certificates?
like a certificate from the school that I was
Okay. And
attending.
are you bringing those with you?
No, but now I'm going to make copies, so I take them with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because like right now I got a guy, it's a very clear marriage case. Of course, he's getting his green card through employment, so he doesn't have the coverage of a U.S. citizen wife. Well, it's always good. So the point is that we don't want to make it look like you were just hanging out going to school for fake. So other than that, I'm okay with this. I think you're okay. I think they're going to
Okay.
separate you. I think they're going to take your wife first, and I think they might come after her pretty hard and try to scare her, get her to withdraw the application, tell her this is all fraud. But as long as she's confident and just sort of punches them in the face, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we watched many videos you were talking about that, so she is aware of that.
All right. Well, she's going to be the star witness. So let us know how it goes, okay?
And one quick question also.
Sure, buddy.
I got she is an accountant, and she said she was doing these applications, and the one who made the application for us, and she made some mistakes, errors. So we prepared the questions, the errors, and the answers. Do you think these errors will affect the interview?
Well, are they big errors or are they little errors?
For example, I called you maybe last week. I told you I was in a military service, the regular one, not fighting or something in my country. Because she didn't explain the questions, I put no. And also, I worked illegally here in America.
Yeah.
The second one. And third, I became out of status because I stopped going to school. I put no because I didn't pay attention.
I mean, note to everybody watching, this is why you don't have an accountant fill out your immigration paperwork, right? Number one. Number two, I don't think at the end of the day those are that big a deal. But the problem is now it's going to make your interview probably 20 minutes longer because they're going to think, what else? Is he lying? What else is there? That kind of stuff. I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
But I think that's a good lesson for everybody not to use a form preparer.
Yeah, it's a lesson for me. I hope it's not late.
All right. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. We will let you know.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. Bye, guys. All right. Looks like Yusuf's back. Yusuf, Habibi. No, still I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. It's those headsets, man. Can you hear me? You can hear me? I don't know, brother. I'll try to come back. Let's say hi to Chucks. Hi, Chucks. Chucks, you're on mute.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing okay. Quick question. Hold on a second. Can you hear me now?
I got you, brother.
Yeah, so sorry, I have to, step away. So I'm actually planning on filing for my wife's son.
Okay.
So she came in as an F1 student. She's British citizen,
Okay.
but apparently, she was married before, and her divorce is actually from Africa,
Where?
from Nigeria, obviously.
Boo.
So
We don't like Nigerian divorce decrees. Yeah. We don't like.
Say that
Yeah.
again.
Go
I can't hear.
Nigerian divorce decrees always get us in trouble.
Yeah. So the thing is that I, personally had to, painstakingly, like send someone to go do due diligence in terms of
Good for you.
divorce.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. So anyway, they went to the court. It's actually like a customary divorce, which probably so, and the record is on file over there. They came back and said, hey, yeah, it's authentic. So the question is, I mean, would that pose a problem, because she is actually diligent with her school here as an F1 student. She's not here because of trying to get some papers. It just happened that we got married.
Yeah.
She's British, so I don't know if that's going to be more like a problem, in the sense that, okay, you're British, how come you went all the way to Nigeria, which obviously everyone keeps saying that, oh, probably one of those places. So
that's a good question. What's the answer? What's the answer to that question? That's a good question.
So because the former spouse was in Nigeria.
Okay. So she was like born and raised in Britain. She went to Nigeria and got married.
So she was born in Nigeria, but kind of grew up in the UK.
Okay. And then she went back to the home country to marry a husband.
So even her birth certificate is even from Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Interesting question. So, I mean, to me, it all comes down to whether or not you're confident that the divorce is real. If the divorce is real, I mean, either way, you're going to go for it, because she's Hold on, somebody's calling me. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Chuck?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, I think this is fine. I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
I'm not that worried about it. It sounds like you've done a good job of documenting that the divorce is real. And
right, because
like,
I listen to your show and do my research online, and the fact that I was divorced before too, and she was divorced before. I just want to make sure that we don't. It's not about defense. We can always go about proving all of those things, but time is of an essence when you're filing a case, and you don't want a situation where a case is pending for too long because of some stupid.
That's going to be pending. I mean, it's going to be held to higher scrutiny because she's from Nigeria. Now, I would say they go easier on women than men, so that part might help her.
Okay.
But tell me about, you said you were married before. Did your marriage involve any kind of immigration benefits to you?
Yeah, I mean, my former spouse actually did file for me.
Okay, and where are you from?
Yeah, I'm actually originally from Nigeria. So.
Okay, so then this is a different kind of a case. So this is called a pivot case. So that's what we call these when somebody, what the hell, my computer's going crazy. When somebody gets a green card and then citizenship, or do you have a green card or your citizenship?
I'm a citizen, yeah.
Yeah, when someone gets their green card and then their citizenship based on marriage to one person, and then they turn around and do that for somebody else, that's another thing. So this is not going to be a fast case, Chucks, no doubt about it. It's not going. It's approvable, but it's not going to be a fast case.
Okay.
What field office?
I think it's going to be in Alabama.
So Georgia, so Atlanta.
Actually, they have a new office in Alabama, Montgomery.
Yeah, but they send the hard cases to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't file this case without a lawyer. It doesn't have to be me, but I would not file this case without a lawyer. There's too many problems. And I also would I would also do a Freedom of Information Act request for your file so that we have everything that was in your immigration file so that we can see if there were any red flags about you. Did you know this person, the wife that you're currently want to sponsor? Did you know her? Like how long in your whole life have you known her? Since young or just recently?
Since recently in the past, we've been married going to 2 years now. So in the past, say about 3 years and a half.
So when you were married to the person who sponsored you, you didn't know your current wife?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, it's gonna be a tricky timeline. It's gonna be lots of little issues that they're gonna try to pick at. I think it's approvable, and like you said, you know, she's on an F1. She doesn't need to get this green card. She's got other options for her, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be the easiest of cases, is what I would say.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably again, yeah, you know, I have your email and all that.
Sure.
At some point we might just have to contact because what is holding us up is just last year's tax return, and just want to get that out of the way. Then we'll.
Perfect. Have a great day, Chucks. Thanks for coming on the show.
Okay, appreciate it.
See you, buddy. All right, we're gonna give my man one more time, Yusuf.
Hopefully it works this time.
Got it.
Does? Awesome.
Yep. I got you. How you doing, bud?
How you doing, Jim? How are you?
Great. What can I help you with?
So, quickly, I'm gonna explain what happened. So, I had a stock interview. It was like 3 years ago. Then, after the interview, my officer told me that 150 days, we'll just give you the result. It hit at a COVID time. Nothing happened. 2 years later, they came to investigation. They just investigated, asked a couple of questions to neighbors, and then they sent a notice to intent to deny. So we responded to that with fully just affidavits from the neighbors and basically everybody, friends, families. And then they come back and saying that they deny the case. So my lawyer told me that we can do motion to reopen. And then later on, he decided that we'll refile again.
Good.
So time frame, it's almost due. So 1 week. We're almost. I'm just going to file again. But I just want to know what's the consequences of that. Look, if I'm gonna just file second time, is it gonna be tough, or
yeah? I
mean, do they go back and look at that?
What was the basis of the denial, Yusuf?
Well, they said that we don't believe that your marriage is real. That was their whole thing.
That's it. So they didn't say fraud, or did they say it was just for marriage immigration benefit?
They didn't say fraud. They said that based on the information you provided, we don't believe that it's real marriage.
Why do you think that? What are they hung up on?
So just the saying that. So when they came, it was COVID time. I wasn't here. I wasn't in Chicago. So I'm in Chicago. I was traveling because of my work, and my wife at that time, she was staying in her family. So when they came that time it was 2 months. The time frame I wasn't in Chicago. Yeah, they came that time frame. It was more than 2 years they passed. They didn't show up. Then they just came back and saying that, well, we think that it's just some problems. And then I provided a bunch of evidence after that, but they just stick in the previous decision. That's what they said.
Where were you?
So because of my work, I was traveling to Michigan a lot, to the Detroit area.
Yeah.
So back and forth. I actually got that from my job saying that. So we are sending him because of the work to the Michigan. I got from my manager the letter for providing the USCIS. So they just.
This sounds like somebody wrote them a letter or said something bad about you. It sounds like to me.
Oh.
When you got married, what was your status when you got married?
So I got to college. I finished college. Then I was short period out of the status. It wasn't that long. So then I just, when I moved into Chicago, then I just met my wife. Within a year, we got married.
And everything's cool with the marriage?
Yeah, everything is cool. There's not only the problems that my wife have a panic attack, which is we have all documentation from the doctors. So when I'm gone, she stays with her mother.
I mean, this doesn't sound like something that would come out of the Chicago office. I usually find them to be pretty reasonable. So I wonder. I mean, I think definitely I would have skipped the motion to reopen myself anyway. I think they're generally a waste of time. I would rather just file a whole new, stronger case. Have you already filed that second case?
So we are. So basically, I'm filing this week. So I was getting all the paperwork done properly this time. so there won't be any question for the interview. And then so this week we're gonna file it. But I'm just like thinking about is it like gonna be tough, because I don't even know that they're gonna go back, look at that. Okay, I got the tonight.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh sure they are. Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna be stuck interview again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you using a lawyer? You're filing it by yourself or with a lawyer?
No, I do have a lawyer in Chicago.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good luck, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye, Yusuf. See you, man.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got his audio working out. I think that might do it for today. There's no one I see in the waiting room. I'll give it one more minute. All right. Hi there, Paige.
Hi, sir.
How you doing?
Very good. Please, I want to take my camera off. I'm sorry.
That's fine, sweetheart. Go ahead. Take it off.
All right. Okay.
What's up?
Very good, sir. Let me go straight. I actually filed in 2016, and I was
for what?
For adjustment of status. I have a U.S. citizen husband.
Okay.
And I was called for interview in October. So I waited for like a year. I didn't hear from them. I kept calling to know the status and the updates. I didn't hear from them. And sometime in 2017, they sent us a letter that we're going to come in for the second interview.
Which field office?
I don't know. We just sent in our application through the lawyer we were using at the time. But
where do you live?
We're in New York.
Okay.
We're in New York.
So they call you in for an interview, and what happened?
Yes, we went in for the second interview, and they sent us a denial notice that we didn't do well for the Stokes interview and all of that. And the denial notice came with a lot of mistakes coming from them, from my husband's name. My name wasn't spelled correctly, his age. As a matter, they actually put my wedding date, because we wedded in 2015. That was the date they put as my husband's date of birth and everything. My arrival to the US, everything was messed up. So we appealed. We appealed in 2018. We appealed immediately because we actually knew that thing was wrong. And last year, the Board of Immigration Appeal sent a letter that the case has been sent back to USCIS for a new decision.
Yeah.
And we've done like info pass like twice, and they keep telling us the case is still with Board of Appeal. There's nothing they can do. I've actually contacted the Congress woman for my district, and she reached out to them, and they're still telling her my case is still with the Board of Immigration Appeal. Even when I've reached out to the Board of Immigration Appeal, they actually contacted me July of last year and said my case has been sent back to USCIS for new decision, because I sent in everything, and they actually requested for like maybe like a video or something for the interview. And they actually gave a wrong date for my interview. My Stokes interview was in February of 2018, February 28th actually. And they said my interview was in November of 2017. Everything about
what's the question?
Now, my question is, right now, we don't even know what to do and where to start from. I contacted my lawyer today. He's saying, from what they are saying, we still have to wait. I've been waiting since 2016 until now. We've still been waiting.
Here's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would hire our law firm to review everything that you've submitted so far and to prepare a whole updated set of evidence to show the marriage is still going, the marriage is still strong, that we have all this, like prove up the case all over again. And then I would send them a letter and say, hey, you fools, you've been screwing around with this case for 6 years. Here's a bunch of updated evidence that shows that me and my spouse are still married, that it's a real marriage. Here's all of our evidence. If you don't decide this case in 30 days, I'm going to sue you and ask a judge to decide the case.
Yeah, they actually... Okay, sorry, sir. They actually paroled me. They gave me a parole to go to Nigeria. I went to Nigeria with my spouse. We stayed for 6 weeks. We just came back. We still contacted them again. they keep giving me long paroles, like a year, 2 years, you know.
That doesn't have anything to do with the merits of the green card, though. That's not.
You know?
I don't care about that. That doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, now when you bring up Nigeria, then I have to worry about were you in a visit visa when you came to the United States?
Yes.
And did you get that visit visa? Were you married to somebody back in Nigeria?
Yes, I was married, but the marriage actually ended.
Yeah, but how did it end? Do we have proof that it ended? Do we have a valid divorce decree?
Yeah, we have a valid divorce, and
Are you
everything
sure?
was. Yes, I do have a valid divorce, and it's
How
been
do you know it's valid?
confirmed.
How do you know it's valid? Were you there when the judge ordered you divorced?
Yes, it's
You were in the
valid.
room when you were in the room
Yes,
when the judge ordered divorce.
yes, everything is valid.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm telling you what I would do. What I would do is I would look at the case, I would make it stronger, make it better, make it fresher, and then I'd give them a certain amount of time. All that other stuff you're doing is just a waste of time. If you want a decision, I can get you a decision. But you got to update, because if we sue them first, they're going to ask for updated marital evidence. So we might as well do that first before we sue them.
Okay, I've tried to reach out to your office like last year. I tried.
Yeah.
I called, and but the thing is, I'm not able to speak to you.
Yeah, well, you're speaking to me now. I just told you everything I would tell you. I don't talk
Okay.
to people on the phone. That's the thing. I talk to them
Okay.
here. I don't talk to them at all. So I will put the email
email.
in the chat. If you want to email us, Daniel will follow it up tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
You got it. Have a great night. All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. I'm going back in. I'm going to go see a session. I think it's on Facebook ads, and I'll be on tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time. 2 p.m. Central. That's noon my time here. Hope you all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow. Peace out. See you, Housie.